Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Z5, for a nice, grand pre-release event. And web is going to be the future, and I really appreciate the way you're promoting each of your products. And to begin with us, ours being the very first one. Gaali Vaana has been a very satisfying experience. I was fortunate to do television, I've done films, and now web. And of all the recent projects I've done, this has been extremely satisfying. And I think from the very beginning, it kind of shaped out very well. From the very beginning, when BBC Studios came forward and wanted to collaborate with North Star, and they wanted to bring in their best shows into the country, we chose this one, and then we brought it to Z5. And I think from the very beginning, the foundation was right. And I should give it to Chandra Pemaraju. He cracked the adaptations. He doesn't call it a remake. They say it's an adaptation. He cracked the adaptation in the very first sitting. And I think even the OTT was pretty happy with what they had. And from there, I didn't give Sharan Koppishetty a choice. He was all focused on his next film, but I virtually, I just abducted him. I said he doesn't have a choice. And I think he was the right man for this series. And it's been a wonderful journey. I think we have Radhika Garu in our presence here. Ma'am, it's been a privilege, it's been an honor to work with you. And North Star is so delighted that your debut on web is happening with Gaali Vaana. Thank you. Nobody needs to say anything about the huge contribution and presence of Radhika Garu in cinema. She was a pioneer in television. She was way ahead of everybody else when television happened. And ma'am, very apt to the title, Gaali Vaana, you storm into the web world with the series. What a stellar performance it has been. What a delight for all of us to see you on screen, see it come alive. And we've been watching you on the sets, and you are captivating. You hold and you carry it through. And it's so wonderful that we have you play that character of Saraswati. And Sai Kumar Garu, a dear friend, and Bhaiya, you have a booming voice. But the beauty is, in this series, in the initial part, he even slips in as a simple spectator to the whole lot of events and deaths and tragedies that's happening in the family. And as the series goes further, and as we get drawn into these two families and all that is happening to them, there are so many shades to Sai Kumar Garu's character, and you've carried it off so well. And so happy to have you on the show. And the two of you, you have been the face of this series, and we couldn't have asked for more. Chandni Chaudhary has been so true to her role, and very righteous is the character she plays. Krishna Chaitanya is a hot-tempered but a very large-hearted young man in the family. And we have Ashrita, we have Ramesh, we have Shravani, and I think we have a wonderful cast, Nandini Rai, and I think all of that shaped well. And I think particular word of respect and praise for the way Sharan Koppishetty, the director, carried it through. What more can I say? Experienced actors like Radhika Garu and Sai Kumar Garu had a word of praise for Sharan Koppishetty, and that doesn't come easy. And I think, Sharan, you've done a wonderful job. And this is a story which has about 8 to 10 characters, each playing a very significant role, a significant part in the way the story shapes up. Sharan ensured that everybody's presence was justified, everybody's emotions came across. And I think that was the tougher part and the more challenging part, and he's done it so well. Thank you, Sharan, for that. And talking with the technical teams, you have Siddharth, who did the camera. I think he set the tone and the mood for the entire series. He kind of aligned with the director, and he just gave us the visuals that we would think of when we hear the story, and we think probably this is how it would have been on a night when the storm hit this sleepy village. And he just recreated that with his tone. And Hari Gaura was somewhere peaceful in Leh, the Ladakh. From there, we just pulled him in, and I almost thought he'll put a case of cruelty on us. We gave him about 10 days to get into the action, and he's delivered some excellent music. Ma'am, I should tell you, the score has come out very well, and you should, you hear it, you will agree with me on that. And then you have Santosh, who's a very shy, very soft-spoken editor, but he knows where to cut. and where to let go. And I mean, I think he's done a wonderful job. Pranay, the art director, has been a great asset on the series. And they've got Santosh and Mahesh, who've been the creative heads. They've been coordinating and ensuring that everything goes right in terms of the creative process. And we are on, focused in the right direction. Kirti has been the soldier on the front. She's been the project head, and she's done a wonderful job. And I intend to go home and have a peaceful night today. So all marks to my wife for being the co-producer and the way she handled the entire series, coordinated with BBC. And I should say, it's the new world emerging, web and web series, and these are going to go bigger and bigger. It was an absolute pleasure to work with the ZEE5 team. You've got Anuradha Garu, Padma, Radha, Purna, and of course Lloyd, Shweta, and a whole big team out there. But I think each one very clear about the role they would play. And primarily, they were there to help us and push us and give us way when we wanted or we had certain challenges. And so was the BBC team. The BBC India team is a very vibrant team. We have Samir, who heads the country. And then you've got Dipali, you've got Sid, Ria, Ashish, Saurav, and I think it was, so I think it's wonderful to see that henceforth, it'll be a collaboration of a whole lot of minds which make a series. And that's what will make it a success. And I'm so glad that North Star could be a part of all this. Thank you.